Hello, hello, and welcome to At Home with Lucas. So today we're going to be talking about 8 o'clock coffee, and in particular we're going to talk about their dark Italian roast whole bean. This is a 2-pound bag. So in this video we're going to be doing a hands-on with the bag. Then we're going to take a closer look at those beans. After that we're going to throw those bad boys over to the burr grinder and break those things down perfect for, you got it, the pour over. After that, we're gonna do my favorite part of this whole shebang, the sip test. Yes, people, I absolutely love tasting new coffee, and I think this one is gonna be the original. No, that was the very first coffee I ever reviewed on this channel. If you go all the way back to the beginning, 8 o'clock coffee, the original is the coffee that I reviewed first. And we've come a long way, people. You guys have taught me so much. I've learned on my own, and hopefully you enjoy this video. So then we're gonna figure out, is this a daily, weekly, monthly, or never consumption coffee? It does happen, people, it does happen. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, let's take a look at this beast right quick. So up the top left, you have the dark roast Italian espresso. That is what's up, people. Dark Italiano espresso. You got the one-way valve right here. Little bit of poofiness in here, not a lot. That's because of the CO2 that's being released, and then eventually trickles out through the one-way valve, causing the bag not to explode. All right, this is the 8 o'clock coffee. The funny thing about 8 o'clock coffee is this is how this whole entire coffee review started on this channel, with a bag of 8 o'clock coffee. Go all the way back to the very first A coffee review and you will find me reviewing 8 o'clock coffee. And I think I've learned a little bit along the way, like the bag gets poofy because of the CO2 that's released after roasting, and the fresher the beans, the more CO2 is released. The better the one-way valve right here, the less poofiness there is. So I've learned a little bit along the way. This is, of course, whole bean, dark Italian espresso, bold, chocolatey, and full-bodied. That is what's up, people. This is the dark roast, which means you're gonna get more caffeine. 2-pound bag, because this was super cheap. I was so happy to get this on sale. All right, the best by date, we are Gucci, people. We are Gucci. Take a look at the side over here. I really don't like the black and white beans. That just, there's something about that is so like chemical or something, like it's like charcoal rather than actually yummy beans. So don't do that next time, people. Don't do that. All right. Whoa, Maryland. That is amazing. I used to drive up there for a driving job that I did. I would drive to Maryland and back from Indianapolis, I should say. Wow, that is very cool. All right, this is dark roast. They really want you to know that this is a dark roast. They're not messing around. 100% Arabica coffee, people. Take a look at the back over here. Pause it if you want to read their story. Dark Italian. Pause it if you want to read that. All right, let's continue on. Take a look over here. Of course, you have their brew method and store method and all that stuff. Very cool, very simple. Oh, this is the first giant bag where they actually sealed it the old school way, I think. Let me see. What? There's glue in here. Wow. So every 2-pound bag I've ever bought, you have to cut the top, or there's like some kind of pull tab. This one is old school glue. That is hilarious. Wow. Okay, let's get into this, people. No scissors needed. No tools required. That is so funny. All right. Open sesame. Yes, people. Yes, people. Woo! All right, let's take a closer look at the beans. Holy but Jesus, those are dark. Wow, that is absolutely incredible. Woo! The aroma that I'm getting is so bitter. Like, Yeah, the aroma that I'm getting is a sour, bitter aroma, little to no burnt smell, little to no flavor. So my guess is that this is going to be the most punchy coffee I've had in quite some time. And as you can see here, my Note 20 Ultra is doing a phenomenal job of picking up the close-ups. If you follow this channel, you'll notice that my camera has changed and my Note 10 Plus is now retired, at least for now. I may use it as a backup camera for shooting different scenes that I need to use a second camera for. But yeah, these are looking very, very nice. I'm actually just gonna grab out another handful and take another look. Let's go ahead and get another close-up. All right, yeah, definitely a dark roast. You can see that some of these have been shattered from the roasting process. There's a small amount of oil on them, but they look very healthy. I'm not seeing too many imperfections. It's just the smell that's very, very harsh. It is extremely harsh, and I'm kind of excited. I am a little bit excited, people. But yeah, those look like decent beans. They're a little lightweight, though. That's very interesting. I've dealt with this before in the past, and that doesn't really mean the quality is bad, but some beans you'll notice are a little bit heavier, and that might be because there's more actual oil on them, causing more weight or whatnot. So definitely looking like very, very nice beans, especially for the price. All right, coming up, we are going to break these bad boys down, burr grinder style. All right, we are starting this off with the bonus sip test, people. We're loading up my Philips Super Automatic right here. We're gonna set the coffee to water ratio, as you can see right there. And then we're gonna hit the brewski button right there and brew up a nice hot cup of coffee. Here we go, let's look at that stream. It's not looking too bad, not looking too bad. That is very frothy and delicious, just like you would want. Color is not as perfect as I normally get from good quality coffee, but that crema on the top is looking solid. Once again, this is coffee, not espresso. All right, so you want to drink your coffee between 1:30. All right, let's get into this sip test, people. Woo! It actually smells exactly like the bean smelled. Very, very bitter and very harsh. It is just it's a one-trick pony, this smell. Like, it is so strong. Wow. All right, I'm a little bit scared, but let's get into this. Okay. All right. Wow, it is definitely got some flavor notes a-bumpin'. Woo! Okay, so the first hit you get is bitter. And then you get that weird sort of chocolatey flavor. And then you get like this nutty sort of earthy flavor that flows throughout your mouth. And then the aftertaste is bitter. So you have like this bitter, sweet, bitter. It's just like this sort of bouncing from flavor note to flavor note back to the first flavor note. It's definitely thin. I like that it's thin. It's a little bit smoky. The bitterness is like almost so harsh that you're like, I need another sip because it's kind of like a car wreck. You can't look away. You just keep rubbernecking until you can fully see everything. That's kind of what this coffee is right now. It's kind of like so harsh, yet I want to continue to drink it because I'm like, there is a joy in it. There is something. There's like this weird sweetness that sort of forms around your molars. Wow. Yeah, wow. That is very good. It's one of those coffees where the more you drink it, the better it tastes. It just keeps building and building and building. Wow. Yeah, that is absolutely amazing. Wow. It's watery. It's bitter, it's smoky, it's sweet, it's thin, and it's cheap, people. This is a budget bag. You can buy this bag for so cheap. 8 o'clock coffee is always on sale. Definitely highly recommend this coffee for sure. For a budget coffee, I'm gonna give it a 4.7 star rating. For an overall coffee, I'm gonna give it a 4.2. I'm gonna say that it doesn't have all the flavor notes that I want personally, but for a budget coffee, wow, this is good. Definitely a coffee that you could add your cream, your sugar, your syrups, your whipped cream, whatever you want. This is a coffee where if you're on a budget and you want that punchy sort of Starbucks coffee taste that stands true through your homemade chai tea latte, through your caramel frappuccino latte, whatever it may be that you're making at home, that you're trying to avoid that Starbucks cash cow, or no, not cash cow. You're trying to avoid giving Starbucks all your cash. This is the one to buy. You could do a cold brew, you could do, a pour over, you can do whatever you want. The flavor is going to stand true through whatever you put in it. So this is very, very good. Yeah, it's definitely not for the people who are opposed to bitter coffee. If you're opposed to bitter coffee, if you don't like that taste, do not buy this. It is bitter, and that is the first hit you get, and that can turn people off. Some people are like, I don't want a bitter coffee. I want a coffee that just gives me joy the entire time. This is a coffee that wakes you up. This is a coffee that says, you're drinking coffee, sir. This is not your grandma's coffee. This is a punchy, in-your-face coffee. And I have to say, I actually really like it. The aftertaste is very mild. It's a mild, bitter aftertaste. And it definitely has that sort of like you're not drinking premium coffee. So just take that into consideration. When you're buying this bag, you're buying it because it's cheaper and it is going to give you a good cup. You're gonna enjoy the cup, you're gonna like the cup, it's gonna taste good if you like that bitter punch in the mouth, people. Yeah, definitely worth your time. Buy it. Yeah, definitely something that you could wake up to, have it in the morning. If you make it really strong, you can just go out the door with one, cup of coffee that is very, very strong. This definitely has enough caffeine in it. It is a dark roast, which means it has the highest amount of caffeine. Some people out there have said that lighter roasts have more caffeine. I think that's just trying to get people to buy the light roast because no one really buys them. I know for a fact that dark roasts have the most caffeine. And if you know better, comment down below and let me know. I am always willing to change what I know and adapt. But yeah, solid cup of coffee, definitely something you could wake up to, definitely something you could add all of your cream and sugar to. It's good. All right, let's get into this grind test, people. So this is my burr grinder right here. Some have said it is terrible. Some have said it is a good grinder. I've been using it for years now, and it is very solid. If you put good quality beans in, you get a good grind result. It's very simple, not very difficult. I've been told though that the coffee dust I'm finding in my grounds is not supposed to be there, and that's the result of a junk coffee or grinder. So subscribe to this channel if you're looking forward to me upgrading this thing finally. It will be upgraded soon because we are in coffee season, people. Woo! Yes. It is cold outside and we want our coffee to be hot. Wow, that looks really, really good. The color tones, it's a little bit more, it's the uniform grind is not there. You can kind of see where it's a little bit jagged and the bits and pieces are not uniform across the board. So that's kind of indicative of a cheaper bean. That's typically what you get when you have a really good quality bean. You end up with a very good quality grind. At least that's what I found with this machine. So take that into consideration. All right, let's get this kettle a-boiling, people. This is my Barista Warrior right there. Woo! Love that thing. All right, so you want to boil your water to between 180 and 190 for optimal pour over. If you go any higher than 190, you're going to scold the ground coffee you just worked so hard grinding, and your coffee's actually going to taste junkier. It's simple math. No, it's not simple math. It's simple science, people. It's very simple. I'm not a scientist, but I've heard from people who know better than me. That's what you should do. All right, we got our Coffee Gator pour over maker right here. This thing is a true champion, true workhorse. It's been with me for almost a year now. Absolutely love this thing. So awesome. All right, so that is a 1 ounce scoop right there. We're gonna be loading this up with about 4 to 5 ounces, and we're gonna run this thing up to about 500 milliliters. That's kind of the ratio I've been running with. So if you're someone who knows the ratio of coffee, you could pretty much gather from that where I'm at when I'm doing my sip tests. It's a little bit exaggerated coffee to water ratio, but it's what I like to do for the review. That way I get a really punchy taste. All right, so the first pour, you just want to soak everything. That is the main objective. You do not want to do anything else. Don't spiral or do anything crazy, because the first pour is just to soak, and then it's supposed to run down for about 30 to 40 seconds, and then you hit it with the first pour, and that's going to tell us a lot about these beans. There you go. So you can see how it's blooming up, it's pluming, and it's getting that like dark roast crema going. So you have a little bit of lightness in there, and the rest is just dark as can be, because this is a dark roast, people. And look at that stream. That is extreme. That is so powerful right there. Wow. That is a dark Italian stream, if I've ever seen one, people. Woo! But yeah, so the first pour, you soak it. Second pour tells us a little bit. By the third pour, usually, here we go. We got more blooming. It's poofing up. It's releasing that CO2 that you want it to. Yeah, that's exactly what you want. Yeah. It's not as fresh as I've seen it before, though. Definitely not as fresh. So take that into consideration when buying this coffee. You are saving money. You're not going to get the Starbucks coffee. You're not going to get the Don Pablo coffee, but you are going to get a very good coffee for the dollar, people. And that is what is up. All right, we are on our way to the 500 mark, people. Just like the Indy 500 that I've never been to, even though I've lived in Indiana for a long time. Way too long. Out of water. Oh no. It's fine. It's fine. We're going to hit the 500 mark. Don't worry. I know you guys are stressing at home. You're like, oh no, it's not going to make it. It's going to make it. That is what pour-overs do. All right, we got the Grand Canyon Champion Phoenix mug right here that I repaired and brought back to life. Okay, so we're looking for a nice, rich stream. Woo! That is it right there. You see that right there? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That is a beautiful stream right there, people. Zero settlement, of course, because the Coffee Gator pour-over maker filter is bad to the ASS. Yeah, that is very nice looking. Look at that. Wow. All right, let's get into this sip test, people. So it smells a little bit better than the Super Automatic. It's definitely got a higher coffee to water ratio than the Super Automatic, but nonetheless, it looks absolutely amazing, but it smells a little bit sweeter. Ooh, that is so harsh. Wow. That is like paint thinner, people. Holy bejesus. Wow. That really just took my taste buds to task. I can't even talk. I couldn't even say taste buds. Wow. That is extreme. Wow, that is so powerful. It's powerful at first, and then it gets really sweet and quite good. It's absolutely amazing. That is crazy. You can definitely taste the chocolatey notes in this one. You can definitely taste more of the smoky, that earthy sweetness that you just come to love. Wow, that actually tastes really good. But that first sip was insane. This sip I just did was pretty crazy too. It got stronger on that sip. I don't know why.
it hit me on the roof of my mouth with this powerful punch of bitter, sort of like, this is not weak coffee. Don't mistake it. Wow, that is insane. So much flavor going on, so much power. Wow. But it definitely has that like budget coffee taste. It definitely has that like little twinge of, this is not premium. This is never gonna be premium, but it's very, very good. This is a great bag of beans, people. It's a great bag of beans. Wow. Yeah, and because it's a dark roast, once again, a lot of caffeine. So you're gonna get hit hard with this caffeine. You're gonna be put in your place. Wow, that is so good. Absolutely amazing. I definitely think doing it in the pour over allows you to get the coffee to water ratio the way that you want it to be, not the way the man or the machine wants you to have it. So definitely, if you do not know how to do a pour over, watch my video again and make a pour over for yourself. You can get it for really cheap. It's not that expensive. Just need a kettle and a pour over, a filter, and a grinder. You're good to go. You don't need a grinder. You go to Starbucks, you say, grind it for a pour over, and they'll give you a bag of beans that are ground for pour over. Perfect. That's assuming you like Starbucks. Wow. Yeah, very, very good. Amazing. Perfect budget coffee. Great for someone who wants to consume a good amount of coffee, or maybe they want to consume a little bit of coffee for several months. Buy the 2-pound bag. You're not gonna regret it. It's amazing. So delicious. Yeah, definitely better in the pour over. All right, there you go. That's the 8 o'clock coffee dark Italian roast. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely clearly clack that like button. And if you want to join the At Home with Lucas family and you want to be a part of this crew, hit that subscribe button. Every time I get a subscriber, I get a boost to make more and more videos. And it's because of you guys, I surpassed 2K. Yes, people, so appreciative, so thankful, but I need your help. Yes, you right there. Tell your friends, tell your family, this guy's on YouTube. They should go subscribe and watch my channel. But as always, I thank you for watching each and every one of my videos, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.